How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? So we are here today with Kingdom chapter, as it says, chapter 366 to 370 reaction. Now, it's not just my imagination, is it? It seems like the camera is like up here. It's like looking down. Is that just my imagination? I don't know. Anyway, chapter 366 to 370. Actually, there's a good test. Yeah, the camera is quite low. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see my my knee. So yeah, the camera is low. That's usually the test. That's good. That's usually the test. All right. So chapter 366. Last one ended off with a bunch of things. First of all, the two things that Kyokai wants to do, and then second of all, obviously, with the death of a general that wasn't quite of the heavens, but that was still a hero to someone. I loved it. I actually really like that last chapter. That the way speech went and everything was like, oh yeah, you know, make yourself better, surpass even us. I was never able to become one of the 6th grade generals, but you know, you've still got your whole life ahead of you, and you're definitely more talented than we have ever been, than us. So I really like that. Yeah, my eyes acting up right now. But regardless, folks, chapter 366. Always thinking of what I can do. Chapter 366. The various states after. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. That to me is gonna be very interesting because I want to see like what the states are, how they're feeling. You know, what the plan is from here and so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that I'm really looking forward to be totally honest. Is she giving birth? Yeah, she definitely is. Father, mother, please don't be surprised. Don't stop, Ko. Keep taking deep breaths. Ko-sama fu. What's going on, Rin? Still not out yet. She's bleeding a lot. Bring more cloth. But fidget, my lord, please calm down. Fu. But I have actually just given birth to our king's child, and everyone's celebrating. All like, yeah, boy, yeah. That's them right now. Oh, that is them right now. Everyone just celebrating, like, yes, Pogchamp. Your Majesty. The birth went. Okay, I thought Ace was there, but no. The birth went through without a hitch. It's a girl. Looks like Kanju is still in the midst of celebration even now. Kakaka. That's so. Looks like that palace girl did it. What's up? The king's child has just been born. Whoa. Doesn't the king have like another child though? Because when like the chapter came out about like she was pregnant with his child, there was like but like, you know, there was another woman who also was pregnant with the king's child. Is that a plot point that's gonna be important? That's gonna come back, or it seemed like he just has one person right now, but that's obviously not the case. It would make sense that he has multiple people, considering that he's an emperor. Anyway, people leave us through death, but also there's also new ones who join us through birth. Eh? Just saying. Look at you trying to sound so cool. Thank goodness. It's a relief the birth went smoothly. Since it's so close, who knows? It might even be General Mogo's reincarnation. I told you, it's a girl. Cute guy's just like, you can't see her face. He's just like red and everything. Like, oh yeah, I remember what I said. Let me just, you know, let me just hide my face for a while. You ain't seen me, alright? You can't see me. That's basically what it is. Shindono. All the men are ready. Alright. There's a tiny little fruit fly in my room that I've been trying to get out of it all day, and it's just not leaving. It's always hanging around like here, like it's just right in front of me, and I'm like, get out of me, get out of here. But nah, it's just Shindono. All the men are ready. Alright, well I guess we better properly celebrate the birth of a new princess. As we make our way back onto the field, the 3,000 Malchitian unit, with their 2 months of recuperation over, they once again head to the front lines. Alright, times are changing. While Shin's interior was still in the middle of celebrating, Shin's army had taken two of Wei's gigantic cities, Kato and Q. Kato. How could this be? For Kato, known as the Iron City, to have fallen so easily. What strength? Osen. Again, with their hype, there's always so much hype. The Iron City. Well, I'll be the judge of that, and you already taken now, so I can't be the judge of that, eh? But Osen hype. Choose whether to be executed here together with your followers, or swear undying fealty to me as your lord and master. They could like stab you in the back at any time, bro. But I would offer them the same. That's how you grow your army. Everyone else was just immediately, we pledge ourselves to your cause. Like, nah, we ain't dying here today, bro. Come on, son. Very good. And as for, I'm guessing the other city is gonna be. And as for the other city, yeah, of course. I can see already in the bottom. I can see already it had to be, right? Had to be for that gem. Ooh. I just looked at the top panel. Oh, he's about to burn them all. Burn them all! Burn them all! Cute, damn you. No, don't. Stop. Stay away. Curse you, Kanki. Committing an atrocity like this are the commanders of Shin, such brutal fiends. It's your fault for not surrendering when we told you to, you dumbasses. Light them up. This is a tribute to Hakuro. Bruh. They just that has to be one of the worst ways to go. That has to be one of the worst ways to go, being burned alive. That's yeah. Like, you see, I personally, I want a slow death, because you're only gonna die once, and I want to experience dying. It's a very weird thing, right? You know, again, I can acknowledge that I'm weird, right? I would actually like prefer like slowly dying, maybe like over a period of a week or a period of a month, you know, so I could actually feel myself dying. I wouldn't mind the pain as well. Like, I wouldn't mind being tortured or something as well, if I knew there was like an end of dying. But like being burned, that's the one part where I'm like, ooh. Even though at the end of my life, I would want to like feel more alive, so I can feel dying, so I can feel myself dying. Being burned is the one aspect where I'm like, probably not. Probably not. Alright? Everything else I'm okay with. Again, torture me, fine. But burning me, that's something. That's something, alright? These were the only two large battles that occurred in the year following the Coalition War. The aftermath of mustering a coalition army, something which was considered a rarity even in history as a whole, had left deep marks on all 7 states. Each of the various states entered a period where they would turn their attention towards their own internal affair. Fair enough. Chu Raiko, a royal town located to the east of the royal capital A. The capital was moved last year. Okay. 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 Okay, so I guess we're just seeing like snapshots of what everyone is up to then. Alright. Alright. The first thing you see is just the plot armor. The plot armor, alright? I can't stop laughing at this hilarity, don't you agree, Bamyu-kun? On one hand, we have Shunshin-kun, who has been banished by the king to take responsibility for our failures, while I, on the other hand, had my position raised to second commander over the entire Chu military due to my valor and beauty. Is it really a beauty though? I don't think beauty, yeah, exactly, he just gets kicked. But I've heard rumours that the court's been stirring itself up now that Prime Minister Shunshin-kun is absent. Humph. The bottom feeders always come crawling out of the woodwork following a defeat. Bottom feeders. Interesting. Interesting. Are you planning like you'd assume that's going to be the case, that all of them are going to strengthen, maybe politically, maybe politically, militaristically, you know, maybe even philosophically, because usually there is a lot of art, usually a lot of philosophical debates after war, you know, but especially after like a massive loss of life, there's always going to spark debates, and it's always going to cause exceptional people to rise to the top for a little. This perfect opportunity for those shitty officials in the court. They'll be jumping to rearrange the power balance in the royal court. Yeah, a battle on the political front, huh? That's the shitty officials, that is. She looks interested. Come to think of it, that man seems to be getting the same cold treatment as Shunshin-kun, huh? That man. The small city of Domei, located near the Zhao-Wei border. Alho, is that based on the clothes, I'm assuming. Alho is spelled up. Ah, Prime Minister, please stop, my lord. Your clothes will get dirty. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. To be fair, they started the coalition war. It makes sense that those two would be, punished for it. It is fine. Right now, I am no longer Prime Minister. Not to mention, I've always been quite fond of this sort of work. What are you idiots all dazing out for? Even the Prime Minister is hard at work. We need to do our part too. Riboku-sama. Oh, Kane and Fute, thank you for coming so far out. Here you go. That's not what you expect to see from him, is it? Man, it's pretty pitiful. Yeah, he's got absolutely no shame. He says what he thinks. I cannot be helped. After all, even execution wasn't out of the question for committing such a grave blunder. Getting off just with being tasked to survey the frontline region is already a blessing in itself. You certainly seem to be taking this quite lightly. Do you really understand just how important our failure last year was? Fute, I do. That is the reason why I'm still alive now, because they'll need you sooner or later. She just kicks him! Well then, your report. Ah, yes sir. It's just as you predicted, Riboku-sama. Apart from the fall of the two-way cities, Kaito and Kyo, none of the other states' armies have made any great movement. And due to Shunshin-kun still currently being banished like yourself, a political battle is taking place in the Chu courts. In Yan, the courts are in a mess with people laying blame on the officials who pushed for general order. Even Zhao is. We're entering a period of domestic strife. Okay. Warfare is directly linked to... Of course it is. I mean, that's a given. That's a given. A defeat in war often leads to interior conflict breaking out within the court. I imagine each of the 7 states shall be occupied with bringing their internal affairs back to order for this year. And afterwards, it'll be mayhem. Once they've passed this period of internal strife, the most important point to take note of is which of the states have been weakened as a result, and which of them have come out stronger instead. True. Of course, this concerns our army as well, a period of civil strife. Then does that mean us military officials will be on the bench for the time being? The opposite, Fute. Oh, I like this shot. All the notable young war potentials. Oh, I like this shot. This might be the thumbnail, depending on obviously what happens for the rest of the chapters. But this might be the thumbnail right here. If there wasn't so much text, I would have definitely used that, honestly. But text could be in the way. As far as the military is concerned, this is the perfect time for the various units and commanders to strengthen themselves. Just how much each of them will be able to grow in this span of time will make a huge difference at the start of the next great war. Idiot! Shut up. I said it on purpose. Riboku-sama. If all the losers of the last war shall be seeing political strife, what about the winner? They won't Shin as the sole victors be striking out at us depending on their military readiness. That is also incorrect, probably because of their internal strife that they've had for like multiple arcs. Up until now, you could say that the state of Shin has been under Ryufu's sole dictatorship. However, with the demonstration of the young king's ability at sight, you can be sure that the king's faction will have all of a sudden been subjected to a surge in support inside the royal palace. Exactly. I like this shot too. Damn it! The state of Shin shall soon be seeing the fiercest domestic conflict it has ever known. It is what it is. Oh, that's how you end? Wow. Okay. Cool. I guess. Cool, I guess. Alright? Great chapter. That's all I have to say. Great chapter. That's it. Oh, you expect me to like give you a paragraph of what I thought about a chapter? Nah. We're moving on to chapter 367. China's, oh, I like that with the parrot on his shoulder. China's #1 devourer of people, the Chancellor of the State's thoughts. Oh, so we're gonna get an insight into his mind, into his brain. Man, this pillow that I'm sitting on is so you guys can't tell, but I've been like moving back and forth, like this pillow is so uncomfortable. Like I used to have like a dual pillow, where like, what do you call it? Like actual where you had 2 pillows inside. It was very, very soft. The one I'm sitting on right now is like a very thin veil, and because it's so thin, it's like half a pillow. That's what it feels like. And this chair is like the most uncomfortable chair, so that's why I usually need it like a double pillow. But that's being washed currently. Maybe like what? It's not gonna dry. Yeah. Anyway, the Chancellor of the State's thoughts. It's not gonna dry in time. I was gonna say maybe I'll check in like 5 minutes or so and then just use that, but it's gonna take like a couple hours to dry. Smoldering with sparks. The situation inside the palace is Kanju. Oh my, that's a lot of text at the bottom. The key castles come first, and Uncastle too. Shut your mouth! Back off from Kesa. You already had flood control. That's just political mayhem. Alright. The front lines row has priority. Likewise for Shin. People are already coming in. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? You know nothing of Kesa. You speak as if you've contributed. Why bring this up now? Enough of your prattling. Isn't it obvious? The final say should lie with the Chancellor of the State. Nonsense. The flood control success was our handiworks. We will be the ones to manage the region. Of course, there we go. The political warfare has begun. The king that personally took part in the Battle of Sai and managed to save the entire kingdom, say, and the Chancellor of State, Ryofu, who couldn't do anything but watch Sei's success from the sidelines. Yeah. As the power struggle between these two men intensified, the odds seemed to be the Lord of Cities and the Lord of Cities and I. The Lord of Cities. The Lord of. Is that supposed to be the Lord of City Anne? Or is that supposed to be the Lord of Cities and I is on your side? Is on our side? What? Go away, you stupid fly! It's one of the fruit flies. The ones that are like microscopic. I have no idea what that's supposed to say though. The Lord of Cities Anne and I is on our side. We stepped in. Was because he was incompetent. We stepped in because he was incompetent. Okay. Oh yeah, he's like, oh, we're even. No, slightly ahead. He's like, he's relishing it. He's relishing. I love the shading as well. It's literally just like scribbles. Literally like scribbles. Like usually there's a pattern here, but here it's just like literal scribbles. The shading. Ever since the Battle of Sai. Sorry. Ever since the Battle of Sai, people have continued to gather under his majesty. Meanwhile, you shouldn't think about what's happening right now. You should think about what he's got planned. Meanwhile, Ryofui's pull has weakened, and he is concentrating on preserving his current strength. At last, our camp is in the lead for the first time. We must strike while the iron is hot, and put everything into dealing a colossal blow against the Ryofui camp. He's clearly still scheming. Now that should be your biggest worry right now. You've got his retainers. Damn Shogunken is getting carried away. Damn it. People are still flocking to them. It's Shohei-kun. We need to set up for the 4 pillars as our center again. Seikyu is also pulling strings in the back. We need to worry about our side first. Oh, come to think of it. Isn't there a huge backer behind? How utterly boring. He cares little for political games. How utterly boring. I shall be retiring ahead. Yeah, he just wants to sleep with those girls. No, nothing wrong with that. My lord, Rishi-sama, this keeps up. I know, he's not really making any friends here, is he now? Several days later, not good. Ryofui-sama has stopped showing himself completely. What in the world is he thinking? If I don't do something about this soon. Rishi-sama, please, quickly mount this horse, get on this horse and follow us. Something's happened at the Chancellor of the State's villa. Oh, what happened at his villa? People are gathering here. Is he giving like free money? That's what I would do. Free money. Like, here everyone, free money, free food, free gold. People are gathering, and in such great numbers too. Rishi-sama, please come quickly. The interior is also... The state of Shin was having financial difficulties due to the cost of rebuilding the lands after the damage caused by the coalition invasion last year this way. Much less the common citizen, even the courtly officials in the royal palace had to exercise moderation in these times. The entire state as a whole had fell on hard times. However, in the middle of all that, well, okay. Well, okay. So much for that. Just this place alone appeared like a scene from my completely different world. Arabian Nights, like Arabian Nights. Da 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 da. You're never gonna recast me. Ow! You literally have Aladdin right here. All these girls make a circle. No, not all these squares. I don't know why I'd be right next to an elephant. If one of those elephants slips, yo, imagine that. You'll be in there like the water and everything, like suddenly like the elephant that's like walking past, just suddenly slips, it just lands on you. What in the name of heaven is this? That's a good reaction, Rishi. Why is one girl being thrown? I just realized. Like, bottom left of like that panel, like all the girls and like everyone in the water. One guy just throws it. Rishi. Ryufui-sama. What is the meaning behind this commotion? Simply that recently the whole place has been overcast by a depressing mood. So I thought I might as well put some cheer back into the air. And look, that's how you bribe the officials, eh? Thanks to that, so many people have gathered here. All of them, men of great influence and clout. There's even quite a few nobles from the other side. Let me guess, the other people are harem girls. But what is the purpose of summoning them here? Isn't that obvious? I shall take all of them under my wing as guests to our camp. With this, we'll be leaving the king's faction in the dust once again. Yeah, of course. A moment, sir. Trumpet. It's true that this will bolster our camp, but how on earth are we meant to acquire the funds for these people? Ah, the elephant is crying. Now, before even that, where in the world did the money for this banquet come? Was this paid for using the state's fund? Humph. You think I would do something as petty as that? It's probably his own money. It's probably loaded. I simply opened my own coffers, just a tiny bit. Loaded. Loaded. What? This was all paid for using his personal wealth. To have organised such an extravagant party and to accommodate so many people. And he said it only cost him a tiny bit. Yeah, he's loaded. Just how much wealth has this man saved up? I'm looking forward to seeing the faces of the king's faction when they find out we surpassed them once again with such an easy play. We've got Mr. Warren Buffett here. He knows how to make a good investment with his money. And that's where the parrot comes in. Shoot, what's the parrot from Aladdin called? I've not watched Aladdin in like 50 years. Head so big it spoke. Yeah, they probably never heard of a bird that can speak. Still, what a disgrace to think that Ryufui-sama would be forced to utilize his own wealth due to our incompetence. Phew, it matters not. Since after all, it's about time we earnestly started our preparations. The king has become a much larger figure than I had anticipated. This time it will be different from the assassination attempt 5 years ago. No more playing around. The current king is truly worth devouring. Oh boy. Rishi, you might believe that simply assassinating the king will settle all our problems. Now, you want to beat him. But even if we snuff out the king, we'll not be able to obtain the kingdom. Even if I were to take the stage after the king's demise, the people will not accept me. And if we want the people to accept me, this chair, this pillow, then an enormous ploy shall be required for me to snatch this kingdom from his majesty. An enormous ploy that will be witnessed by the entire kingdom from top to bottom. Half-wit. Half-wit. Just what are you planning? The ceremony in 1.5 years' time. In 1.5 years? Could it mean when he finds a bride? I speak of the coming of age ceremony. Okay. Go away. Go away. Coming of age ceremony. The grand ceremony where the king will be recognized as an adult and accepted as true sovereign under the gaze of the entire. You want to accept? He's gonna attack. Yeah, that would be something. Assassinate him like in the open like that. He's targeting the coming of age ceremony, but Rishi. On that day, I shall swallow this kingdom together with its king, leaving not a single crumb behind. Rich man. I mean, he's awfully He's awfully confident. And he's got the beard to match that confidence. As well as the moustache and the eyebrows and the hair. And the wealth. I want to see how he devours the devourer of planets. I want to see how he accomplishes that, to be 100% honest. We'll see, I guess. We'll see, I guess. Anyway, folks, chapter 368. Can you just give me 1 second before we continue? Okay. Coolio. Rui-sama! Shin Palace Girl Rui. A letter has just arrived from... She's got a crown. A letter has just arrived from Tonri, oh my, from grandmother. It's been a long time. It's Seikyo-sama's chariot. Oh. I'm sure the mother is also for. Are you listening, Rui-sama, huh? Okay. Okay, chapter 368. The brothers now. From this relationship standing back to back. Yeah. The So and Y families have joined our fold too. The gay family. Didn't get it. Damn it. Yes. I show no mercy to animal life, alright? I know. Sue me. Peter, get them on the phone right now. The gay family has agreed to provide us with funds. Oh, that would be a great boon. That's still not enough. You must bring in the Unha and Sekiso old families to our causes as well. They may be difficult to handle, but I will do whatever it takes to integrate them into our camp. Yes, your highness! In direct competition to the swelling Ryufui faction, the group that was making the best showing on the king's side was Seikyo's faction here. Don't let them drive you off with half-assed answers. If needed, I will personally take part. Yes, sir, by leave. As of recently, their political power had increased by leaps and bounds, to a point where even their supposed ally, Shomukuna, was beginning to become wary. We should send some men to blend in and keep an eye on them as precaution. Hold it! Make sure to organize bodyguards for yourselves at all times. The Ryufui faction will probably begin moving soon. Do not show them any openings. Okay, so a three-way political party system. Alright, coolio. Yes, sir. Formerly spent for Seikyo's education, Juhaku. These old guys on the show all look the same. Straight up. Seikyo-sama has really changed, hasn't she? Juhaku-sama, aye. And with Seikyo-sama changing, this camp has also undergone a transformation. Now there exists in here a loyalty, which was absent because he actually cares about them. And which was absent before. Sir, your voice is haha. I suppose this means he's grown into an adult now. Indeed. And the one who encouraged that growth was His Majesty. The king's existence has steered Seikyo-sama towards a better direction. Fufu. Though as his teacher, that certainly leaves my position. Yeah, I understand, bro. I understand. Especially since the internet outside, it feels as if something inside Seikyo-sama is undergoing even more change. Is he going to be a future good guy? We're going to be like, yeah, Seikyo, what up, you bro? I don't know it. Those two share a quick glance, and they all head off into different directions. Ace, are you seriously intending to ongoing society? I am. Cuckoo. You really are a man who enjoys leaving the palace time and time again. But this time alone, you are acting like a foolish king. What? A kingdom is an existence that deserves to protect its king until the very end. Flip that as well. The king's supposed to protect its kingdom. But in the 1 in a million chance that the kingdom is about to face ruin, then the king will also be the one to bear responsibility for everything. Right now, you are running away from that responsibility. I won't dispute that that is also the way of kings. However, wouldn't doing everything I can to prevent the destruction of my kingdom in the first place be the number one duty of a king? Aye. Even if it seems reckless, so long as there exists even a tiniest sliver of hope, I refuse to simply sit and wait for my end. Aye. Nothing less than a king's strength is capable of rousing the citizens of our final bastion sigh. If kings are truly existences of unparalleled heights, as you once said to me, then I believe it is precisely for times like this, Sakei. There's no time. I'm off. Wait, Ace. Well, okay. What's it gonna say now? I'm assuming good luck. That would be nice. It's a whole sentence. Okay. That unwillingness to give up. What is behind your unshakable mental strength? It was the same last time too. You were in an abyss of despair. Just what is it that allows you to keep walking forward? Everything is for the sake of my dream. I will become the king to unify China. My ambitions are up here while you are down there. That's basically what he's saying. This is hardly the place for me to lose my footing. While I'm away, I will be leaving this kingdom. I can definitely see how this conversation shakes him up to the core. I'll be leaving this kingdom in your hands, Sakei. Right now, you're the only one I can entrust it to. I'm going now. And he's off. Sakei-sama, what? Unify China? Don't go spouting some rubbish about a pipe dream when you're at the complete mercy of some wily raccoon like Ryufu, you fool. I'm sorry. Let's go. Yes, sir. Did you see that? The prince's entourage was glaring at us just now. Looks like nothing has changed, Mr. Shi. As expected, we should strengthen our surveillance. And there she is. I don't have sleeves and I've got short sleeves, but if I had a long sleeve, this is what I would be doing right now. It's not Sakei-sama. Is that you, Roy? It's been a while, huh? Well, if it isn't Ace-sama, what are you doing here? An errand to the grocer. Who are you trying to fool? This lady is, you don't know of her? This is Sakei's first wife, Rui. I am known as Rui. She's been by Sakei's side ever since I first arrived here from Kantan. She's cute. I can agree with you. First of all, what's her age? that's the first question I'd ask. So I often had stones thrown at me. Enemy of Sakei-sama. Ah, there was that, wasn't there? Incidentally, just now I heard something which I simply cannot let slide. You, the beardo over there. You insulted my husband, Sakei-sama, did you not? I wouldn't really say that was an insult. More like the hard, cold truth. You suspect Sakei-sama of harboring treacherous thoughts, correct? Can you really say he doesn't, Rui? Dear me, all you needed to do was but ask and that would have become clear, Ace-sama. Sakei-sama is no longer the same man who was attached only to the throne. The current Sakei-sama is dedicating everything to strengthening our kingdom and leading it to prosperity. He's earnestly grasping for the path of a true and worthy king, of course. It is unthinkable that he would stir up a rebellion to needlessly burden our lands. If Sakei-sama intends to defeat Ace-sama, then it would only be after Ryufu has been crushed. Only then shall we have a fair and square showdown. And even that ambition might already be Ace-sama! May you brothers combine your strength so as to keep the true power within the hands of the royal line, so that our kingdom's prosperity may never end. Alright, Roy, alright, agreed. Ryufu is just looking at you like, Even after that, Sakei continued to steadily enlarge his faction's reach, greatly contributing to strengthening Sei's camp. However, there would occur in the following year an event that no one had predicted. That Sakei would begin another rebellion. Well, so much for that. Give us like half a chapter to be like, oh, Sakei, he's changing, and I like at the end is like, nah, son, JK, trolley troll troll, trolley troll troll, trolley troll troll, trolley 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 troll troll. Anyway, folks, chapter 369. What is it? That's his baby. I say a year later. That's a big head for a 1-year-old. That's right, just like that, Ray. Okay, ready, let's do this. Yeah, 1, 2, and go. Ah. Ah. Oh, there. I'm trying to learn how to walk. That's strange. You managed to do it yesterday. I'm sorry about this, Your Majesty. Phew, she's already 1-year-old, huh? It is only after coming here that I am able to relax. News of your fierce clash against the Chancellor of the state has even spread here to the royal harem. I heard that you seem to be rather closely matched. Not quite. I would say we're still slightly at a disadvantage, but I definitely will not lose. Your Majesty, it would be good if this could be brought to a close quickly. Indeed. Despite the calendar and Despite the calendar entering a new year and Qumu welcoming spring, there still remained a chilly wind blowing through the streets. 8th year of reign, 239 BC. At last, on this year, the battle between Sei and Ryufui begins to quicken towards its conclusion. It's chapter 369, Signs of a Conspiracy. Respect my authority. Conspirator. Well then, I shall now be leaving for my hometown of Tonryu. Yeah. I'm amazed the old hag is still alive though. Yeah, holy shit, yeah. So this ugly looking boy is going to be my beloved great granddaughter's husband. Cut it out! Cut the stupid old hag that's like, ah. Please don't say that. No respect. I like that. I'll be away for half a month, so please take care not to catch a cold. Make sure to get enough sleep too, and to keep your reading in moderation, like a true wife. Right there, like a true wife. You're fussy as always. Your collar is bent. Don't skip your meals either, and be sure to eat your vegetables. Lastly, don't go making eyes at other girls. Well then, though it fills me with loneliness, I shall be taking my leave. Wait, Ryu. Take these along with you to the old hag. Tell her it's my tribute to her 80th birthday. It's packed to the... You guys can't see it, can you? Camera's not focusing, is it? There we go. There we go. See, that's the thing, right? You would assume because my grandparents owned the farm, that I would be used to having flies that fly around me. The one thing I hate, right, are flies. Everything else, it's not really hate. Just I can't understand them. They annoy me. That's the thing. They annoy me. All right. Nothing else but that. They just annoy me. Anyway, well, take this along with you to the old hag. Tell her it's my tribute to her 80th birthday. It's packed to the brim inside. Though considering I doubt she's going to last much longer, I'm not sure what's the point, Cuckoo. Sakei-sama! Well, I really will be taking my leave now. It's been 10 years since you last saw your hometown. Take your time to enjoy it. Is that supposed to be hinting like, stay away from me just for a little bit? Nah, Ryufui is just looking on. Take care of yourself. He's the one that instigates, it's not Sakei. Take care of yourself on the road. Yes. Well, he's gonna kill her and make it look like it was Ace. State of Zhao, a royal capital in Canton. Good morning to your lordship, Kakumai-sama. Good morning, Kakumai-sama. Good day to you. High-ranking Zhao official Kakumai. Good morning, Kakumai-sama. Zhao official Yoka. He's got earrings, okay. What are you looking at? Kakumaya-sama, that earring. It's elegant, certainly something else entirely. Oh, muhaha, as expected of Yoka. Do you have noticed this? Oh, ha, ha. If I may humbly say so, even if I had not the slightest eye for gemstones, it would still be exceedingly obvious that your earring gem is no more babble. Huh, is that so? Were you surprised? But I do not believe I have ever seen such a stone within Zhao borders. If I may be as bold as to ask for your lordship, from a certain big merchant in Kanju. Merchant, eh? Merchant, eh? A merchant from Kanju. Is it Ryufui? Seeing as how he gave me that plan to get Riboku banished, I'll share with you this tidbit. Things are going to get interesting in Shin very soon, but still, that man truly is quite a daring fellow. In this age, states employed informants whose jobs were to report on the doings of rival states. In other words, they had spies working from within the other states. Good morning. And this man Yoka happened to be a spy under the service of Shin Shogunken. Alright. By look, they managed to hear of it. So Kakukai, the one man who currently holds dominance in the Zhao court, is secretly making deals with Ryufui on the side. It's been a while since I stumbled on such valuable information. I had best notify Shogun quickly. I wonder if he's going to be able to get the message out. How the events would unfold before Yoka's... Yeah, okay, see, he wasn't killed right away. He wasn't outed. However, the events would unfold before Yoka's arrive. Dun. That a Zhao army would set off for Shinland. Okay, well, Ryufui, you certainly just have plans, eh? Kanju. Zhao has marshalled an army, you say? They number roughly 20,000 men. The enemy is approaching from the northeastern area of Wing. The small cities of Chiku and Koguan are under siege. Report! Chiku has fallen. And damn it! How could Zhao, the one state that has been shaken up the most by their losses, be the first to make a move? I heard that Riboku had reassumed his prime minister position, and is that the reason? No, sire. Going by reports, a man named Kakukai managed to take control during Riboku's absence. Even now, he odd. Any territories that can be taken with merely 20,000 soldiers will not be worth much. Why would Zhao, whose wealth should be suffering just like Shin's, suddenly pay the extravagant expense to raise an army of 20,000 soldiers? Quack. Chief, Shohei-kun. Honestly, I cannot even guess at their intention. But if the enemy were to bull their way forward without regard for consequences, then past the two medium-sized cities of Tyron and Manto lies the linchpin of the northeast region, Toryu. Ryufui is just looking on, he's like, you don't say too much now. Tonryu say, that's not good at all. As I'm sure you gentlemen all know, Tonryu was formerly part of Zhao's domain. Half the citizens who live there have Zhao blood flowing in their veins. In the event that Tonryu is taken by Zhao, there is a distinct possibility of the entire region defecting back to Zhao. No matter what, we cannot allow Zhao to approach Tonryu. It is as you say, however. As luck would have it, there is not a single general in the surrounding region that is capable of intercepting them in time. Mo is heading towards Chu, while Osen to Wei. Kanki was formerly positioned in the Zhao region, but since he has only just crossed the Koji River, turning back will require a fair amount of time. It's possible for us to gather up mid-level generals such as Domon and the others, but I have misgivings about that. Agreed. If another Zhao army follows up on these 20,000 troops, then they'll definitely struggle. So our only choice is to send emergence. Considering that he's part of like Ryufui's faction, shouldn't he like know what Ryufui was planning? That's my thought right now. But maybe he's not clued in, or maybe that's not their plan, but it would be too perfect of a timing for and the fact that it has to be Ryufui's plan, just not clued in. Okay. So our only choice is to send emergency orders to Kanki after all. But do you really think that man will readily agree to turn his force around and make for Tonyo at full speed? You have a point. But we have no other option. Hit the Hishin unit. I've just thought of a good idea. You suddenly thought of a good idea, eh? Smirk. What would you say to personally talking? What would you say to personally taking to the field again, Your Majesty? No. No. I would much rather trust the 3,000. Sorry, not even 3,000. I'd much rather trust the Hishin unit, the 3,000 man unit, to take care of 20,000 soldiers. I would. This. Remember the miracle of sight, who he's like a snake, a toad's oil salesman, like a snake oil salesman right now. Remember the miracle of sight 2 years ago? That was without the power of His Majesty. If His Majesty were to once again set forth to battle, a soldier's morale shall soar to tenfold the norm, thus allowing us to easily drive the Zhao back. Wouldn't you agree? I believe this will prove to be a trivially easy battle compared to Sai. You dare to spout such rubbish? What do you take the king for? Sai was an exception due to Shin's existence not being on the line. Do not speak about such a matter so lightly. But what other good options what other good options do we have? It will take too long to handle this. Even more blood shall be spilled. Come on, you got Shin, bro. Cuckoo. Look at him. He's here. You lot certainly seem to be making quite a fuss over a mere 20,000 men. It's obvious you're scheming at something by trying to goad Sei into leaving Kanju Ryufui. I love how all the people in the background all are like the same stern look. Seikyu. Huh. But if the situation demands Zhao to be stopped no matter the cost, then you're also he's gonna go. Then you're also correct. We shall use the majesty of the royal family to inspire our soldiers. What do you mean? Seikyu, that's right. I will go. Alright. The question is, did Ryufui account for that or not? That's the real question here, and I don't know. That's how it's going to end. Chapter 370, which will be the last chapter. I forgot that I set an alarm. Anyway, chapter 370, which will be the last chapter for today. I am a Shakisho of Bungaku. My 500 men are not sitting comfortably. My 500 men are definitely not sitting comfortably. I am Sekisho of Bungaku. My 500 men and I are at your service, Seikyu-sama. Kosho of Bento, 700 men the same. Kosho of Han, 400. Long time no see, Seiko-sama. Oh, it's General Enka seems is going to serve as the deputy. General Rios come too. Oh, he's also an appointed deputy. He's brought a lot of soldiers with him too. And off he goes. Are the preparations complete? Yes, sir. The mongrels of Zhao have invaded our northeastern borders to ask to steal our lands. I do not have the slightest intention of giving even a single pace's worth of ground to those dogs. You will slaughter every single one of those curs before Toryu falls. Move out. The Seikyo army sets out. I love how he's like... his chariot is the best. It's the best. It's the best. And on the left you have like all the 3 key members with like, you know, Seikyo, Ace, and Ryufui. Chapter 370. Disturbing Shadows. Middle-sized Shin city in the northeast, Tyron. Heads are being chopped off. Let's move. Our target is the linchpin of this region, the city of Tonryu. Is he bleeding? I think he's bleeding. Or is that like a cut? No, he's got. It looks like he's bleeding. Right down the middle. Zhao Army General Maiko Tonryu. Secure the city gates, hurry. The enemy has already passed Tyron, and they'll be here within 10 days. Start handing out weapons to all our soldiers. Civilians should get ready to take up arms too. We may very well need everything we have. Prepare the bows and arrows. We'll be using oil too. Get that set up quickly. Ryui-sama, please come this way. Of course she is. I thought that was the main reason at first while he attacked that city, but now apparently he has some ties to Zhao. Okay. Ruiza Tonryo, Kanju. Yes, sire, she had returned home to celebrate her great-grandmother's 80th birthday. Then does that mean the reason Sakei chose to personally go was to save his wife? While I do think that is one of the reasons, that is not all there is to it. I believe it all comes down to how your majesty took part at Sei. I'm sure Sakei-sama was deeply struck by your actions then, and it is my theory that he wishes to demonstrate that he is also capable of the same power as your majesty. Precisely. Seikyo's decision to go to battle makes perfect sense. Rui is the daughter of the Tonryu region's ruler. She is known as the Princess of the Northeast, and as her husband, Sakei also enjoys a level of popularity amongst its residents. You could say he is the most suitable candidate for inspiring the Northeastern soldiers now that the area has become a battlefield. I see. That being said, there's still something bugging me. The Zhao army's movement this time. Something feels off about it. Aye. Tanru announced her grandmother 80th birthday. This has turned into quite a celebration, hasn't it, grandmother? Absolutely. But who would have thought you would get dragged into it too? If something happened to you, I wouldn't be able to pass on peacefully. 1,000 pardons, my lady. Due to it having been such a long time since you last visited, I, Hokaku, encourage you to prolong your stay so strongly. Who would have thought that the Zhao army would draw near to Tonryu? But please should be at ease. Tonryu is a most sturdy city. You may be certain that it will not fall easily. You may be certain that it will not fall easily. Not to mention General Shin. Not to mention I can't read. I absolutely can't read today. Not to mention, Central Shin should be sending reinforcements our way. The hour is late. You may consider yourself dismissed, Hokaku. Yes. But then, who is that man, grandmother? You refer to Hokaku, Dono. He's in charge of, with a face like that, he's in charge of running practically everything in the city. I lost a large number of my sons and grandsons to an epidemic that passed last year. There is no longer anyone in the family capable of managing the city. Hokaku, Dono. I don't know where you... No, yes, you guys can see it. It's standing on the fan. It's not moving, so okay. Hokaku, Dono is quite a talented fellow, and he never begrudges his task. Is that so? A year, eh? Are you sure he's not one of Riboku's spies? The name sounds familiar, damn it. He's not someone that we've met, right? I don't think he is. But the name sounds familiar. Maybe I'm thinking of like a Riboku. I feel like I've just like we heard that name like a couple of chapters ago, like 3 chapters ago. But maybe I'm just misremembering something. Is that so? Clap. Ah! That's it. What with all the commotion, I still haven't shown you Seikyo-sama's gift. I'll bring them over now. Fufu, it's fine. Leave it to tomorrow. I insist on just a peek. They may be something that you find enjoy. Who is that? What is it, Hokaku-sama? You... No. Due to how dangerous the night is, I thought I had best return and escort Rui-sama. So please. She doesn't trust him in the slightest. I wouldn't either. I'll be fine, thank you. I can see in the dark. Bodyguards to me. Yes, he just looks at her like... No, he looks at well, he looks at her. Let's leave it at that, right? He looks at her. He looks at a certain part, alright? Definitely not one to trust. Seikyo army marching through the night 8 days since they set out. It's about time you took your rest in the chariot, Seikyo-sama. Juhaku. Even if you choose to stay awake, our pace will increase, and if you don't rest yourself, the others will. I know already. Don't go nagging me with instructions after coming all the way here. In the first place, why are you even tagging along? Aren't you a simple man of education with no knowledge of warfare? It's not just me, Seikyo-sama. Mr. An, Mr. Mo, and a large of other prominent men who support your camp have also followed you. Though they're asleep now. Squad. You've actually got a squad now. Everyone wishes to cheer you on in your big moment in the spotlight, Sakei-sama. You're a student hoping to curry favor with me. Huh? There's probably a few intending that, yes. Are you concerned for Rui-sama? I suppose so. Back during the coup 5 years ago, I threw all the people who tried to stop me into the prisons. After the coup failed, they were released and naturally distanced themselves from me. But even so, there are 2 idiots who wouldn't leave my side. You, Juhaku, and Rui. That's right. Thinking on it now, Rui is a woman who deserves pity too. Hence the whole reason she was married to me was so she could become queen to a king. Sakei-sama. Let us retire to the chariots. Once day breaks, we'll have to pick up our pace. Yeah. 5 days later. Tonryu, it's been overrun right now. That's what's happening. The rams! Use the ram, let's smash the gate open! Zhao General Maiko. Yes, sir. Bang! Imagine that. Imagine being in a city and all you could hear was... you know that every time that sound rings, it could be the end of everyone. over there, fire! Have the enemies broken it? No, those have just been set alight by fire arrows. Rui-sama, calm down. So this is where you were. We have come to escort you, Rui-sama. Hokaku do not escort. This location will be dangerous if the enemy manages to break into the city. I will take you to be guarded in my own estate, so please come this way. Wait a moment. Didn't you say that the city was sturdy, just as a precaution, your ladyship? I, Hokaku, shall protect Rui-sama's body, so there is no need for concern. Now, please, this way. Whoa. What insolence! Unhand me, please, this way. What? This man, yeah, he's not a weakling. He's strong. He's actually strong, isn't he? A soldier. She is sweating buckets right now. Urgent reports, Hokaku-sama. A bird. We've just received notice of reinforcements via bird. They appear to be 35k strong. They are currently at Hiyori and should be here in 2 days' time. The man in command of the army is the Royal Prince Sakei-sama. Yeah, she's like, yeah, boy. Hokaku is like, that's how we end it. I guess that's how we end it, folks. When it's a military game, right? It's very simple. You've got an enemy, you defeat that enemy. You've got an enemy, don't die to that enemy. You've got an enemy, take the enemy out. When it comes to political battles, which these chapters have been focused on, and I'm assuming we're going to be focusing on this going from here on out as well, the situation just completely changed, because at that point it's not like there's an enemy. You basically don't trust anyone. That's what it boils down to. Don't trust anyone at any time. Anyway. We'll see how this progresses. I really like this focus on Sakei. Because obviously he's good at character. Like, you know, he was there at the beginning, very prominent at the beginning, and then just kind of faded off, and now he's finally back in the story. So I really like the way, you know, it's being handled, the way it's being done. So that's what I'll say, though, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all in the next one. Everybody, peace out. I hope you're all having a good day, by the way. And until next time, everyone, bye.